Here we go, the first morning. Lord, I am hot. We're just getting started. It's 8:45 on the first morning. Bike says it's 25 degrees centigrade, which I don't know what it is, but that's hot. It's got to be over 80, and it's just really humid. Looks like here we go. We are in the outskirts of Vienna, a little town called Rust. Everything is so clean. Ridden about 30-40 miles so far. I haven't seen a cigarette butt anywhere yet. I guess you put the roads where the houses aren't. It's the only thing that I can figure. I would just hope that my bedroom isn't up by the street. This is Kremstal, still in Austria, little after 10 on Monday morning. Oh my God, traffic jam. I got driveways at home bigger than this. Well, I still think we're headed to this castle over here. Should be there in about 3 hours, as slow as we're going. I don't think I'd want to be going any faster though. I just saw a sign, I believe it said that we're entering the Wachau Valley, which is a wine growing area in Austria. It's getting very pretty. We have the Danube off to the right. Yeah, it's getting more picturesque. A little hillier, as you can see. This is pretty. Finally got out of the city hustle bustle stuff. I don't think I'd drive a car here. Well, first thing to go is the jacket. Okay, we're over the ferry on the other side of the Danube. Apparently we got about 5 kilometers before we stop for coffee. He did say, and some strudel, so that will be good. beautiful river. This is the town of Maria Teferi, which I believe is where we're stopping for lunch. Man, we eat a lot on this trip. Still, I just can't believe everything is so freaking clean. All right, where's everybody going? Well, we just left lunch in Maria Tefil. Says we got about 2 hours of riding left before we get into our final destination just inside the Czech Republic. Austrian corn. Looks like American corn. It's really getting pretty. Farming communities, little hamlets right next to each other. We're about 30 miles from the border for the Czech Republic. That's the end of town. So this is really a road. No center stripe. No traffic. Looks like they paved it last week. That's crazy. The old road. Tuesday morning, just leaving the Hotel Budweiss in the Czech Republic town of Budweiss, which is exactly what it sounds like. This is where they started Budweiser beer, and I had a whole bunch of it last night, and it is not like American Budweiser. It is a very, very nice Pilsner, very frothy, not a lot of alcohol to it, so it was good. So we're going to be going through a forest today and seeing a castle today, and it should be great fun. Wow, traffic in town on Tuesday morning. This is Budweiss, and we're going to Czech Republic this morning. Can't tell you anything about it. We'll find out later. I need to quit narrating and make sure I don't get killed here. Well, it's just after lunch on Tuesday. Stopped, and I swear that inn looked like the place at the beginning of Inglourious Bastards where they were hiding the Jewish people under the floorboards. It looked just like that joint. Had some good meatloaf and about 6 pounds of boiled potatoes on my plate. I feel like I gotta go take a nap. But it's what the locals do. Which is, I guess, 60, 70 miles an hour. Dropping down now. Well, the weather's still holding. It's just nice riding weather. About 63, 64 degrees, and the rain's holding off. And this is the main drag to Prague. Okay. Still just looks like you put the road where the houses aren't. Wow, my first video on cobblestones. That's really good after all that meatloaf. Well, we're still not to Prague. We just stopped for 30 minutes for pastries and cappuccino. It seems like the way you eat here is if you're not just totally full, it must be time to eat. So you have breakfast, and then you have morning coffee with something, and then you have lunch, and then you have afternoon coffee with something, and then we're going to hit Prague and we're going to go to dinner. I Guess that's what vacation's all about. Well, this is a vacation spot. This is coming into Prague at 4:09 in the afternoon. So I think we've got like 10 kilometers or so to get to the hotel, and it's supposed to be kind of tricky. This is the highway system. Cool. Let's see what happens. Thought you might want to see that. This is a riot. Thursday morning, a little overcast. We're leaving our hotel in Prague. And here we go on our way to Dresden today. Autobahn at the beginning, Autobahn at the end, from what James tells us, and a Bohemian forest in the middle. Should be lots of fun. Well, we're just taking off after a break. We're in the little town of Melnik.
Are you talking to me?
Melnik is where they have a crypt here, an ossuary crypt. Apparently, the way it was explained, the crypt was put together for the Bohemian royalty in the 1300s. But what happened was the Black Plague got going, and they simply ran out of room in the cemeteries, and they started exhuming all of the old bones and stacking them down there. They had one place there where they had kind of made a hole through it. It was 6 feet tall, but it was 20 feet deep with bones stacked just as tightly together as you could get. They've estimated 15 to 20,000 people down there. A really strange thing. In the 1700s, the governments decided that it was a health issue, and they outlawed ossuaries. And this one that we just went and saw was walled up. And when they were doing a remodeling to the church, and all in the early 1900s, they knock down a wall and they go, ooh, they found the crypt. So that's all I know about it. It was just it wasn't high on my fun meter today. That was creepy. Well, it's still Thursday. We got to be stopping any time for lunch. Tony is making us a picnic lunch today, and my ass is sore. This stock BMW seat is horrible. I'm gonna bring my own seat next time. Well, we're back on the road. Golly, this is a pretty place, but we were off for a while. Warren went down, and he is in the van right now on his way to the hospital, just as a precaution. He looks like he's okay, but he's just all amped up on adrenaline right now, so in an hour or so he might be hurting for certain. So we had to get that loaded in the van and all, but we're back out going now. It'll be fine. It's a pretty little town, whatever it is. Well, the reason we stopped back there was that was the German border. So we took some pictures of the German border. So we are now in Deutschland. The houses look better, the road looks better, there's a little more traffic. Just more affluence for sure. Well, it's Saturday morning. We are leaving Dresden on our way back into the Czech Republic for tonight. We got 2 more stops before we get to Krakow. Had a rest day in Dresden yesterday, which was good for me. I got the stomach virus and was in the bedroom all day, but Jerry had a nice time going around town, so it was just fortunate it was an off day. I'm still feeling a little bit pumped, but it's nice to get back on the bike. This looks like a really interesting town. Did walk around a little bit in the old town where they have done some reconstruction, and they're still working on it even after all of this time. Cobblestones, this is different. This is what it's like trying to get everybody to park. Cute little town. Looks like we have some German forest a little bit. A little bit of traffic though, it's Saturday. The road surfaces though are just beautiful. It's as I remember. Very smooth, very clean. You just gotta love these German roads. Can't believe this is 2 lanes. Hello. So on these curves you gotta stay wide. Just had a break on Saturday, a little Czech town. I don't know the name of it. Went from Germany back into the Czech Republic and the roads immediately got narrower and a little rougher. So Tony warned us to be kind of tentative going through the curves and so on. There can be potholes, all sorts of things. So we'll see if anybody takes heed. Again, little towns in the Czech Republic. I don't know, we see change so quickly. It doesn't look like things change here at all. I guess except for the fall of communism. I wanted to turn this on at the bottom of this, but I've been too damn busy. This is crazy. Okay, we're going that way. Thank gosh I stopped in time. I believe we're coming into the town of Lázny Belarod, which is where we're staying tonight. Very pastoral around here. Pretty. Don't think there's going to be much going on around here. Sunday morning, we just left the hotel, the Tree of Life. It's actually a very nice place. We're in the Czech Republic the entire day today. This will be our longest riding day of the trip so far. We're going to do just right at 300 kilometers today, which is about a whopping 180 miles. Which takes a long damn time when you keep running into towns like this and you stop for morning coffee and then lunch and then afternoon coffee. And funny thing about it is I'm getting kind of used to it. About a third of our ride today is going to be through the Eagle Mountains, which is in the Czech Republic, but it borders Poland. So we will be a stone's throw from Poland today. Never will it go into it though, but I think that happens tomorrow. So happy Sunday. Still across the flatlands here, Czech Republic. As you can see, oh, you kind of see straight ahead. We're getting closer to the mountains. We're getting into just the bottom end of those Eagle Mountains James was talking about. It just seems kind of foothilly, but you know, it's getting piney. You can tell that the altitude's going up and the temperature's dropping, thank goodness. Can't ride much more than about 70% though, just because of you don't know what's around that curve from a road condition point of view. It's pretty choppy. But that slows us down to enjoy the scenery. It sure is pretty. This is crazy. This is a real road. Two-way road. We got a bicycle race going on. We've got that to deal with. We got chase vehicles and the spectators and all the scenery. Hard to ride the bike. Kind of fun on the downside of the Eagle Mountains. Damn, a lot of traffic though. Cars are more often than not happy to help you. I wasn't expecting this. Where are we going? off-road excursion on the RT. That's cool. Oh, he said we were going to some World War II bunkers. We can actually see what bunkers are like. How weird is that? This must be the bunkers he was talking about. Well, duh, look at the fence, huh? It's just getting more beautiful all the time. Totally first gear switchbacks. The road's so bad. After lunch, but we're still riding in the Czech countryside. Czech roads are not German roads. Cars really do help, though. They do everything they can. See him pulling over to the side as much as he can. Stand up for a little bit and get some blood in my butt. Look around a little bit. I'll sit back down. Ugh. We're just about to our stop for the night. Starigician. Okay. There's a Novogician and a Starigician. That's a Newgician and an Oldgician. We're staying in Oldgician. Maybe it's cheaper. I don't know. About 300 kilometers today.
Further. Okay. We're good. Come on in. Would you like me to carry you across the threshold here?
That would be a boot.
Oh my, how fun. This is kind of exciting every night.
Well, Monday morning, leaving our hotel in Stary Yishnin. I think that's the way it's called. It was a nice place. Headed to Krakow by way of Auschwitz. We've got about 130 kilometers or so to go to Auschwitz, and we have got a 3-hour guided tour. And we have been fully prepped on it's not going to be fun. So nobody expected it to be fun, but I mean, Tony's telling us when people in the past have felt ill, they just get partway into it and say, I've had enough. And he's telling us to just let him or James know and we can get out and so on and so forth. Pretty apprehensive about this. We'll see how it goes. (20 degrees centigrade), overcast morning, pretty nice for riding. Check back in later. Leaving the Czech Republic, just stopped at the Polish border here to change some money. So we got some Polish zlotys or whatever they're called now. Everybody's kind of in the same boat that I am. You got a pocket full of currency and you don't know if you got too much money or if you're dead broke. I've got euros, I've still got Czech crowns, I've got Polish zlotys now. So we got two nights in Poland, but don't know where we're going from there. I guess I should read our agenda, huh? Okay, here we go into Poland. Okay, we're just leaving a 4-hour tour of Auschwitz. So everybody's in a somber mood, but it's okay. It was a good thing to do. We're on our way to Krakow. And I would think they got something pretty much nice in mind for dinner in Krakow, and then we're going for a little walking tour of town, and then we've got tomorrow off in Krakow, so looking forward to that. It'll be fun.